Rebecca had some questions about locations, so I thought, what better way to learn about them than play a deck that has 18 location cards in it? So, Rebecca, we're going to play this Jolly Rogering Pirate deck. It's a Ruby Steel deck. We've got 4 of the Jolly Roger, 4 Bayou, 4 Nottingham, 4 Agrabah, and 2 of the RLS Legacy. So you're going to get a really good introduction to what locations are and how they work.
Okay, that's what I need. Yeah.
Just to understand how a location works, this is rotated on its side, obviously, but in the top left, if it were vertical, you can see that this location costs 1 and is uninkable. This location is 1 and is inkable. So the locations on the left-hand side, there's a number inside, looks like an arrow pointing down. That's how much ink you have to spend in your inkwell to move a character to that location.
Okay.
So the play cost is in the normal place, but that instead of having a strength value, it has a move value, which is how much it costs to move there. On the right is the strength. Once this location takes that much damage, in this case 5, the location is removed from play.
Okay.
And locations do not deal damage back, at least so far. We haven't seen locations that deal damage back. So using characters to attack your location, they're not going to take damage in return. Now, some locations just have text and some have the lore icon. So if you see here in the bottom right, there is no lore icon. But on the Bayou on the right, there's a lore icon, but it's got a dot in the middle. And that means that at the start of your turn, that's how much lore you gain for having this location in play.
Oh, just from having it in play.
Just from having it in play.
So no characters on it? Just
no characters on it, unless there's special text on the card that says something different. By default, at the start of your turn, the Bayou will just give you 1 lore.
Okay.
Where the Jolly Roger Hook ship does not. But if you look here, here, Agrabah gives you 2 lore at the start of your turn. But if you notice, there's no text other than flavor text on there. So there's no ability from this location.
So basically, it's just getting the lore.
This one is just giving you the lore, correct?
Okay.
Now, there may be a character that gets a benefit from being at a location or having a location in play. But Agrabah itself doesn't do anything beyond give you the lore. Where over here, the Jolly Roger, it's got 2 abilities. The first one, Look Alive, use swabs. Characters gain rush while here.
Okay.
And so rush means they can challenge the turn they're played. So if you play the character and then spend 2 ink to move them there, they get rush and they can challenge the turn they're played.
Okay. Well, this is good because I've never played a card with rush, so I'm learning things about the cards. It's just so that's good. Okay.
Now, this also has a second ability called All Hands on Deck, and it says your pirate characters may move here for free.
Okay.
So you can play a pirate, move it to the Jolly Roger for free, and attack the turn they're played. So naturally, we're going to be playing a whole bunch of pirates up here in our deck. Now, our one key pirate that we're looking to play is John Silver, because he has a special ability, Chart Your Own Course. For each location you have in play, this character gains resist +1 and gets +1 lore. So for every location, whenever he's dealt damage, you reduce it by the number of locations you have in play. And when he quests, you gain that much more lore. So if we had 2 locations in play, he would quest for 3. Some of these others, the Queen of Hearts is in here for card draw. Of course, we've got all sorts of different Captain Hooks that we want to shift this bigger Captain Hook on. We're running a few songs. So we've got Strength of a Raging Fire, which will help us target some bigger threats. We've got And Then Along Came Zeus, which will deal 5 damage to a chosen character or location. So we'll get a little bit of location removal going. And then we have A Whole New World, which lets both players discard their hands and draw 7 new cards. We've got 14 cards that are uninkable. For me, I don't like to go over 12, but this isn't too much. And I feel like this is just a great way to learn about locations, and that's to play with a ton of them.
Okay.
So all right, let's get to it.
All right.
Oh, we've got Steel Ruby against our Steel Ruby. We might have a mirror matchup here. This is a trending deck on Dreamborn right now.
Oh, is it?
Okay. It is.
Wow.
Okay, we have a lot of locations. So we definitely don't need 2 copies of Agrabah.
Yeah.
The question is, do we really need all 3 of these locations?
Well,
I feel like this is uninkable, and at 4, probably not going to get that out soon. The Jolly Roger will give our pirates rush, so it's not a bad idea. I'm going to pitch this just because it's not inkable.
Well, because we have the pirate.
And I'm going to pitch Jim Hawkins as well. He lets you play a location for free when you play him, but he's 5, and so I'm just going to hold on to these 3 and we'll see what we get.
Ooh,
right.
okay,
So
we got more pirates.
That's more of what I wanted to see. I wish we'd gotten a 1-drop, but we're doing good. Yep, looks like we're playing the mirror. We're playing the same deck. This guy is a rank 3 Grandmaster, so we'll see how we do against this. I think we're going to pitch the Razul here.
Razul, okay. But
And
don't you want the pirates for that location?
I do, but he's the main pirate we want to keep. We want to keep the multiple locations, and these 2 are not inkable. So
there you go.
that Razul it is, and then we will drop the Jolly Roger and pass. And so this location has 5 health. Pirates move here for free, and we get rush. So potentially we can strike quick. There goes a Maui. Maui has rush on his own. We've got some of those in our deck.
Location.
So they're going to be gaining 1 lore a turn off that.
Okay.
So the big question is, are we inking Agrabah, a John Silver, or a Maui? Maui's going to be really good to remove some threats and get into some locations.
Yeah, but it's going to take us forever to get.
It's going to take us a while to get there. So maybe we do ink him, and we'll drop this Razul just to have a threat on the board, because while he doesn't have any damage, he gains +2 strength.
Okay, what did that say? While the character had no damage,
He gets +2 strength.
okay. You probably just said that, but I was looking at the card. So
And he's gonna smash. So this isn't exact. We're not running smash, but that's a good call. Well, we get an uninkable card here, which puts even more on us. So I'm wondering, do we want to get Agrabah out and we start getting 2 a turn? The thing is, he'll just crash into it twice and be done with it because we don't have any characters on board.
Right.
So the question is, do we ink it or do we play it?
Well, we don't have enough to play it right now.
Well, we have to ink something. So are we going to ink the Agrabah or ink a John Silver? Those are our only options.
Let's ink the John. I know.
Okay. No, I think it can go either way. You never know what you're going to need. So, all right. They're up to 2, but as of right now, we'll at least get 2 lore off of Agrabah at the start of our turn. Yeah, this deck is a little different than the one we're running. And it may be a bit more. I mean, we have a ton of locations, which is probably not super smart to run that many locations, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, that they can attack the location and not get hurt. So
we have to ink the Queen of Hearts, as much as it pains me to, because we've got to get a character on board here. And what we can do is drop John Silver on board, but remember, we have the Jolly Roger. So we can move him. We just click on him and point there, and it tells us how much ink we're going to have to spend. This is the one where pirates move here for free.
Okay.
So now he has rush. So we're going to go. Question is, I think we take out Captain Hook because he's only dealing 1 damage, and because we have 2 locations, we have resist 2. So we don't take any damage back, and we get that threat off the board.
Okay.
Now, I could have crashed into Nottingham and done half the damage to it to be getting rid of that, but they're only gaining 1, whereas right now we're gaining 2, or we're gaining 2.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Oh,
so there's Maui, and Maui is going to take out the Jolly Roger. Oh, he went straight to take out us. All right, that works too, because the Jolly Roger is not giving us any lore. Well, here's a problem. We have no inkable cards. Remember when I said we only have 14 uninkables? Well, we're in a position. This is the only card we can play. We're going to play it.
Wow, we're not doing so good.
No, we're not. This deck, it's hit or miss, but it's a lot of fun to play. So this location, it has 8 health, which they can take out right now, but it gives us 2 lore, and everyone there gains evasive. So we can make our characters evasive if it's stuck around, which it's not going to do because they're just going to crash Pongo. And oh, they are going to quest. They're going to let us just have the cheap lore. Okay, so this gets interesting. So we've got Hook here. We can drop him and with the Jolly Roger, give him Rush. So we can crash in and take out Maui, which will also take out Hook. Or we can take out Agrabah, which is earning them 2 a turn now. But if we don't take out Maui, Maui's just going to decimate our locations. Which isn't necessarily the right play. But we have to ink the Bayou. Otherwise, we can play nothing. So we have to... we could play a whole new world, but I would rather get a character on the board right now. To deal with some of this. So we're just going to play him. We don't have a shift target. We can move him for free to the Jolly Roger. Now he has Rush. So we can crash. He's got 5 attack because he's Challenger +3. So we can take out Agrabah or we can take out Maui.
If we take out Maui, we'll still have him though, right?
We will not, because Maui does 6 strength and we have 5 willpower.
Oh.
So we lose Hook, but they get rid of their ability to crash both of these out this turn.
Okay.
And pass. Now the one thing about a whole new world is that it's going to give them 7 fresh cards too. So we'll refill their hand as well. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. So there's the Queen of Hearts. So whenever one of their characters challenges another character, they get to draw a card. So that's not good.
I know, but I feel like giving them more cards because they're down to 1 would be a bad idea.
Right now, yes, because we would have to spend all of our ink and we could back it up with nothing, and then they would immediately get to, reinforce what they're doing. I feel like we have to play another Hook and we have to go take out Agrabah.
Yeah.
Because, again, we can move him to the Jolly Roger. We can't attack Pongo because he's elusive. So with our 5 attack, we either go Nottingham or Agrabah. I say we get rid of the 2 passive lore a turn. Do I ink Beast to get us to 6, or do I hold on to him? Because if he has no damage on him at the start of our turn, we get to draw a card.
Do we have a lot of characters?
No, we're not
worth
running
5 or 6.
No, we're not running expensive
So do
pieces.
can we play him next turn?
That's what I'm asking. Do
Yeah,
kind of play?
I think let's
I'd like
play
to get
him.
him out there for the card
I mean,
draw.
I know that sucks not inking but I don't know how many high cards we have.
Again, not again. I was just wondering, we may not survive here because we only deal 2 damage normal. So they just take us out. And they're doing a great job controlling our board here. And that's the downside to putting them and using them for Rush, is they're able to be attacked on the next turn. So yeah, this Queen of Hearts has Rush on its own. So there's 2 damage on the Jolly Roger. There's a Captain Hook. And we get a Bayou. I feel like we ink the Bayou and play Beast. And I don't see a lot of hope in this match because they're going to be questing up for 6 lore this turn. So they can get another 5. There's Dragon Fire there. Yep. We just caught a really good player that has a really good deck to counter what we have. We're playing probably a less powerful version of this deck.
Well, the whole point was me learning the locations, and I learned how to get our locations destroyed, quickly.
True. Very true. Okay. We can whole new world and then have 1 ink.
Yeah, let's do it.
We can drop another one.
I think
for
we're
2
about
ink.
to...
We can't deal with anything here. So and I don't know that we even have an answer for this. So I feel like let's ink this because we're just going to discard it if we don't. And we'll whole new world. We'll draw 7 cards. Well, we got a Hook. I mean, we can get rid of one of these characters, but it's not going to be enough.
We don't have anything with Rush. We have the Queen.
Well, our pirates have Rush. This Queen doesn't have Rush. This is the one that gives us.
Yep. Okay.
So the only character we can play is Hook. We can get reset this and we can crash into Queen of Hearts. So they're not drawing any more cards. After we gave them 7 cards, we can pass. And then they just quest and win with Pongo.
Well, that was fun.
That was quick. All right, we've got Emerald Steel. This is most likely going to be discard. Most likely we're going to be discarding cards, and it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, I say just get rid of the captain. Because you can ink and get that 1 out and then the 2 out the next time.
And we have options with the queen.
Yeah.
Do we need 2 Nottinghams though?
Well, no.
We could use it as ink.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And that's
We got another
Shmee. We got another
So
cube.
let's ink one of the Nottinghams.
Yeah.
And we'll drop the Bayou and pass. So the Bayou is going to give us 1 lore, and whenever a character quests while here, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. So it's not terrible. We just use it here as the passive lore, and then it's fuel for John Smith for more resist and lore when he's questing. All right, there's DeVille Manor. Theirs is a 4 health, and it just does 1 lore as well. Well, we got the Jolly Roger here. We could drop the Queen because she has Rush go ahead and hit it for 2, and then it's halfway gone.
But then we lose her, right?
No.
We don't.
No. We don't take any damage for striking a location.
See, that's okay. I say do that and get it.
This is hard. Strength of a Raging Fire. Deal damage to a chosen character equal to the number of characters you have in play. So this is good to remove some things, but until we get characters in there, it's doing nothing.
Ink it, yeah.
And we'll drop her in, and we'll use Rush to start taking out DeVille Manor.
Okay.
And most likely what they play will be ready, so we're not going to be able to challenge their character, and we just get rid of the manor. Okay, there's a Little John. I'm not sure what he does. I need to look him up. There's a Nottingham. Okay. So we'll be on 3. This is interesting. So, okay. Mr. Shmee only costs 2. What I'm thinking is we can either play Agrabah, or we can play Mr. Shmee and the Jolly Roger. Since he's a pirate, Jolly Roger can give him Rush.
But we need to
Queen
ink something.
Can take the, yes, we do need to ink something. So we'd either be inking Nottingham or Agrabah. The thing with Mr. Shmee is at the end of your turn, if this character is exerted and you don't have a captain character in play, deal 1 damage to this character. So we don't have a captain in hand. Now, if we play him and don't exert him, then he will not take that damage.
Right.
So the question is, do we want the Jolly Roger and Mr. Shmee, or do we want to drop Agrabah and take out DeVille Manor? We know we're taking out DeVille Manor.
Okay.
Should we do Agrabah and drop Nottingham?
Yeah, let's do that.
There we go. So they get 1 lore, and we'll be getting 3 on our next turn.
Unless they take it out.
Provided our locations stay in play, absolutely. Okay. Thinking of Bayou. Oh, the Queen. Exert this card, choose and discard a character card. Gain lore equal to the discarded character's lore. It's not terrible.
So what do we have?
Oh boy, we got another location. We've got...
I think we ink that location.
Okay.
Just so we have...
Keep that moving. I think we play Mr. Shmee because we don't have to exert him. This is uninkable. We're going to go ahead and play the Jolly Roger. The question is, do we attack Nottingham with the Queen of Hearts? Because the Queen would then be able to just take her out and the Queen would survive. Do we use Mr. Shmee because he would take a damage, meaning the Queen can take out Shmee as well, but we would have this down to only 1 health remaining.
Is it better to keep?
Mr. Shmee quests for 2.
Okay, well then keep him and use the Queen.
Use the Queen? Okay. slowly start bringing that down. We could have quested with her, but it was only one lore, and I think we got enough passive happening.
Well,
we need
that
to control what they're
6.
doing.
And what does that location do?
It does nothing except give you one
it's
lore.
just okay.
And this is the Cursed Merfolk. When they are challenged, each opponent chooses and discards a card, but they quest for 2, so we are going to need to get that off the board. And they left the queen alive. But look at this. We have 8 lore and have not quested once.
Wow. I see the value in locations,
Now here's
if you can get them to stay.
Correct. We're again only 2 cards. We can't ink anything.
Oh.
I feel like
just play it.
We play it. It doesn't do anything for us.
Now what do we do with them?
They're only getting this 1 lore, right? Do we just straight up quest with both of them for 3? Because right now they can't take out any of our locations because they've only got 2 strength to hit at the bayou, and that leaves it with 1.
We don't want to. Well, we can't take out any of them right now.
We can't attack them. We could take out Nottingham, but we're gonna ping a damage on Mr. Shmee, and I'd rather get 2 lore out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Just put a little more pressure.
Should we ping? Oh, I was gonna say attack with her the location
at Nottingham.
Just to get it down a little more, so we.
There's definitely an argument to be made for that.
But it's not giving them a whole lot, so
it's not. I mean, right now we're doing 3 to their 1. Okay, so there's a bodyguard. Now my question is,
and the bodyguard
challenges one of your characters. So bodyguards do not protect locations. And look, they're up to 10 because the queen, they just discarded Goofy to get 4 lore.
Oh.
Queen's got to go bye-bye.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is with Mr. Shmee, and I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she needs to go. So remind me about bodyguard. You can't attack her until everybody else is gone?
Yes.
Okay.
We can't attack any characters until the bodyguard is gone. So we can't get to the queen right now.
Oh, okay.
So they think. We have the Jolly Roger and John Silver.
Okay.
So we're going to surprise them. We're going to play John Silver. We're going to send him to the Jolly Roger where he gains rush. And we are going to send him here
to attack.
And he has resist 4, so he will take no damage back.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
Because he gets resist +1 for each location. And then Mr. Shmee will take out the queen. We'll lose Mr. Shmee, which is fine. And I think we get rid of the merfolk and get rid of our whole new world.
Yes, I think so, because I'm fine with that.
We have no cards in hand, but they're going to be going to 11. Now they have to set up another queen to discard.
Right.
And that Goofy, there they go.
Okay.
That was their whole win condition.
You're playing off the top of the deck at that point, pretty much.
Yes. Yes.
So, wow. Well, I really like the locations.
Locations are a lot of fun.
But as they can go very wrong too.
They can go wrong.
So
I would not advise playing 18 locations in your deck if you were trying to be really competitive or serious about it.
Because you have to roll them at the right time. Everything. Right. So
and as you saw, there were a couple times we kind of got location flooded. Half our hand would be locations, and they're not terrible, but they're really not putting bodies on the board. But again, this deck is not entirely trying to just be bodies on the board.
Right.
So it depends on your deck, depends on what your goal is. But locations are a lot of fun. They add a lot to it. I don't think every deck needs locations, but I think the locations can work and they actually make the game more interesting.
More stuff to learn.
More stuff to learn.
Oh my gosh.
That means more options.
I know more options, but I'm still trying to learn the terminology of the first.
The terminology is all the same. They're just adding 1 or 2 new terms in each set.
I'll get there. It just may take me a little longer than most. So, but anyway.
Right. Well, thanks so much for watching. We hope you learned something about locations. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.